Good morning. What a great day it is. It is hard to believe it's late December. It's hard to believe that all I have on is a hoodie and long pants rather than a heavy hat, coat, and such. But here we are, late December. It's beautiful. You know, once you learn that the law came so that you would sin more and come to know Christ, and that Jesus never expected you to live by rules, never, you begin to do things for which people who live by rules are offended. They're mean. They don't like the idea that one might live outside of rules because they themselves act as though they are constrained by rules. But it's an impossibility. Couldn't you think, like, if you said you're going to keep, so to act as though you will makes you a bit reproachable, I think. The Bible teaches that if you are going to live by the law and you break one law, you're guilty of the whole law. It's a harsh thing. But I want to go back to something I said a couple days ago and see if it doesn't bring some encouragement to you. It's in James 1:5 where it says, if you lack wisdom, pray to God and He'll give it to you. And the key thing that is really cool is that it says He'll give it to you without reproach. Reproach means to rebuke or to condemn or to speak harshly about something. So think about that for a second. Somebody who lacks wisdom in that particular sequence that's referenced there probably just did something extremely foolish. And James said, come to God and He'll give you wisdom without rebuking you for the foolishness for which you did. Think about some of the foolishness you've done in the past and how embarrassing it would be if it was known to everybody. And then somebody came up and criticized you for all those things. What James is saying is God's not going to do that. That's not His character. Then the author of Hebrews in Hebrews 4:15 and 16 says, we have a high priest, Jesus, who's been tempted in all things as we have, yet without sin. Jesus had a physical body that was tempted the exact same way that you are, the exact same way that I am. Foolishness was coming at Him all the time, and yet He acted wisely rather than foolishly. And because of that, the next verse, verse 16 in Hebrews says, because of that, we can approach the throne of grace boldly in our time of need. And I'm going to suggest to you that time of need that he's referencing there is just after you did something really foolish. I know I'm kind of the king of foolishness and doing all those kind of things. However, he says, should you do something foolish, you can approach Him boldly in that moment, and you don't have to look back. And he's saying the same thing James is. So I'd encourage you today, tomorrow, and into the new year, live boldly. If you do something foolish, go to the author of wisdom, tell him about your foolishness, and see if he can't correct your thought process so you act less foolish in 2022 than in 2021. In the meantime, just keep walking with Jesus and enjoy Him.